Hello everybody, Queen Crazy here, welcoming you to Wrestling Rant 17. Now, I will say before I get on, what I was going to do today was a flashback look at Survivor Series 2003. But obviously, due to what happened in London and also the fact that the WWE draft has been announced to happen on Monday, which is tomorrow, I thought to myself, I got to do a predictions vid for that. So that's what you're getting today. You're getting a prediction vid for the 2011 draft, and I'm actually quite happy with that because I think I've made some good choices. But before I get to that, I will talk about what happened in London over the last couple of days, and I thought to myself, going into it, Raw is going to be good. It was. I had to say, R-Truth's heel turn, very well done. The smoking angle, I thought, there's no way he's going to start smoking here. The chant of "It's illegal," if you haven't seen it, look it up on the internet somewhere, because the guys in the UK, of course, didn't see it because it was not televised. And I have to say, it was so fucking funny to hear that. Had a great match. Sin Cara did really, really well in his match. I was really impressed to see his moves in person. Definitely was really pleased with him. I think, though, he would botch a few moves. I did obviously think he would, but it's just come up recently that he has. And to be honest, having Cena putting him over, that proves that one, Cena actually appreciates the guy. Second, it proves that the WWE think, okay, if Cena can let him do this, it'll put him over big time. So it should work. The main event though, Punk Orton, match of the night and match of the week without a shadow of a doubt. That was a fantastic back and forth match. I went nuts, as you would obviously expect for Punk, and for the most part, everybody else was going, "What?" Oh, yeah. It was a half and half, mix and mix between Orton and Punk. People around me were saying Orton, I was saying Punk, and other people around me were saying Punk. If you guys were watching, tell me if you noticed my sign, because I don't remember seeing. Apparently, Davey said to me that he couldn't see me. I didn't record Smackdown either, so if anyone saw my sign, I'm basically, you know where the stage is. I'm on the right side of that. So if you try and find me, I hope you can, because I haven't checked back on the tape of Raw yet. I haven't actually been able to see if I was able to see myself. Smackdown was a bit poorer, I have to admit. Nothing really to write home about except for Big Show and Kane winning the tag titles, and Barrett. I think, to be honest, the shock of the whole entire damn night was Drew McIntyre getting a face pop. A big one, a gigantic face pop, and I found that. I thought to myself, there's no way we've just given him a gigantic pop when Wade Barrett got nothing later on in the night. It, to me, didn't make sense, and to be perfectly honest, I don't understand why that's even the case. And NXT, by the way, is complete shit. If I needed to know anything, I haven't watched NXT since season 1, because I knew it would be crap from there on in. However, I didn't realise how shit it was really until actually watching it live in the O2 on Tuesday. It really is piss poor awful. Just get rid of it. Get Tough Enough as your main third thing. It'll be better, I'm sure. And it got even worse actually after that, because getting home, the Jubilee line was of course extremely delayed because of a power failure. Ugh, it's awful. I had to wait 45 minutes for a bus to get to central London, got off at Holborn to find the tube station was shut, walked from Holborn to Liverpool Street to find that shut. I then, stupidly, I think I had to wait for a long time for the train station to reopen, had a bacon sandwich and a calf, fell asleep, woke up at 4, waited till 5:30 to get a train back to Colchester, and then 6:50 to get a train back to Manningtree, got here at 7 o'clock that morning. I was fucking knackered, and to be honest, I'm still knackered now, if anyone needs any specifics. Yeah, if you found my sign, post down there. And thanks to the guys who were next to me at both nights. They were fantastic people, and I made the experience a lot more enjoyable on my end. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm saying I'm a bit annoyed people didn't really see my sign, but what am I going to do? Self-advertising is tough. Now, 4 minutes into the video, we finally get to what I'm here for. The 2011 draft picks. Now, I had to think this one through, because there were some people I said, yeah, they're going. And some I thought, especially for going to Raw, who the hell could leave SmackDown? Because going from Raw to SmackDown obviously would be easier, because you obviously can go, okay, big names go here, smaller names from Raw can go to from SmackDown go to Raw, some smaller guys from Raw can go to SmackDown to become bigger. And that's where I did my thinking. I only picked 5 picks for each. Make it fair. I don't even know how many picks they're gonna have. But let's just quickly run down. First to Raw from SmackDown. The first one that comes to mind for me would be Jack Swagger, because if you haven't noticed, it'll put him on the rivalry with Cole. He would be in a rivalry with Cole at some point, because if you look forward to Extreme Rules, you think, okay, Swagger and Cole lose. Cole's probably going to snap and vent on him. Swagger will then get in a huge spat and have a huge face turn out of it. So think about it that way. Move him to where Cole is, so they can be there, and have the face turn after it. Make him a big guy on the big show once again. Makes more sense. I thought this one after the second pick. I thought after SmackDown was Justin Gabriel, because after he said to hit him and said to me, "It's your fault," hit him in the face. I thought to myself, this could effectively boot him out of the core, and he's the most talented in ring. And apparently, when he was in NXT season 1, he had a good face pop and he had quite a good reception. So if he's able to go back to Raw to regain some respectability from the face card, he could probably get into a rivalry with CM Punk for having him leave Raw in the first place. That could be an idea. Plus, it can make his mic work improve. He's good, but he just hasn't got the energy. He needs to build that up better. I think moving him to Raw would be a great place to do it. The third would be Drew McIntyre, because as we all know, if you're a chosen one, yeah, you've got to try and make it matter, basically. And for the most part, he should be there. It'll allow him to get his mic work improved. It'll give him some more exposure and give him the push he deserves, because he needs a push. Because he's good in the ring. His mic work does need a lot of improving, but on the talk show he could. Also, I do think if that face pop on Raw on SmackDown this past week was a one-off, then that's fine. Keep him as a heel and just keep him going. But if that face pop does continue, I think to myself, face push on the horizon? But no, I don't think he's going to do it, because I think if he is a face, all the Scottish stereotypes will probably be lumped on him. That's just me. But it could happen, you never know. The fourth is Kofi Kingston, because he needs more exposure. He needs a heel turn for the best. Sure, he can get kids with his nice gimmick, jumping around, he can do that, but he needs to have a bit more edge to his character. You can't just have a guy walking around saying, "Oh look, I'm happy, I'm going to go around in the ring and wrestle people." Yeah, you can't just do that. Give him something. Give him a heel turn. Make him his character have more to it than that. Let his mic work improve. Then the WWE would listen and go, "Ooh, this guy's good, let's push him." He needed the push, and I don't think he deserves it. Finally, the Diva pick. I have to pick a Diva. Has to be. It'll be Beth Phoenix. Because if Awesome Kong is coming, a powerhouse feud between Beth Phoenix and Awesome Kong, or Karma, as she's reportedly known as, for the Divas title would be fantastic. Two good women's wrestlers going at it. That would be lovely, and it would be something I would actually be interested in. Yeah, you guys would be as well, I believe, if you were in my position. And now we go on to SmackDown's picks. Now, these were a lot easier, because SmackDown doesn't have enough on it. It needs a lot more face, needs a few more heels, just to back it out, make it worth something. First of all, Randy Orton, obviously, because they're not going to put John Cena onto SmackDown. Oh no, they're not putting Cena onto SmackDown. So who's the second biggest guy? They need a face after Edge is retired. Orton fits it. He's feuded with everybody on Raw in the last couple of years, and he needs a fresh start. And if this happens, if he does get drafted, and this happens to Extreme Rules, Punk will win, because it'll say to Orton, "Look, you've done with me. I've beaten you. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to go off to SmackDown now and make a fresh start." He'll be able to pick himself up and go, "Well, that's over with. I can now start my career on the blue brand and start afresh." And that would be something good, because then we'll see Orton going, "I don't need to stay on Raw. I don't need to do anything." It'll be a great storyline of putting it forward. It'll work. The second, of course, Daniel Bryan, because he's just fallen down the pecking order since losing the US title. He hasn't done anything worth his time. And because SmackDown is now more a wrestling show, it should be good to have him on there. He'll be able to get exposure, allow him to build a personality, build a gimmick up possibly, and he'll be able to show his in-ring talent. Plus, if there aren't as many faces on SmackDown, he could be a main face if he gets his character in order. Because imagine it, Daniel Bryan fighting for a main title, he'll be able to get a big push and showcase that his ability makes him up at the top where people know he can be. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'll keep it there. So if Daniel Bryan goes to SmackDown, I will enjoy that immensely, because it'll give me another reason to watch. Because I only really watch SmackDown for Del Rio and Edge, and now Edge is gone. Just got Del Rio, really. Third is Ted DiBiase, because apparently he hasn't won a singles match since 2010. This time in 2010. So that doesn't work out, does it? So I think he needs to go there to give him some space and time on the program to improve himself, to build his moveset, to build his mic work, and also to get him exposure. Much like Cody has done, he's gone to SmackDown, he's built himself a character, he's made himself something. So Ted can do this. He can get into a rivalry, the legacy rivalry, all three on the same brand. That could re-hit itself. And they could get revenge, saying, we've learned a lot since then. What have you got? You're now on SmackDown with us. We need to show you what we've got. That could be something. Fourth one. I would have been wearing the t-shirt today, but of course I haven't been able to because it's in the wash. But Sin Cara. Now, there's obviously a lot of things around these botched lot of moves. He has zero mic work because obviously he doesn't speak English and he has a mask on. So, where do you stick him? You stick him on a TV show that's taped. You stick him on a show which is taped, where you don't have to do mic work a lot. And he's able to expand SmackDown's Hispanic audience, which is already strengthened by Mysterio and Del Rio, and he's able to gain the experience on a live stage because he's always saying he's a little bit green on WWE's wrestling style. So sticking him on SmackDown will be perfect. Plus he wears blue, so should work out good. I think that'll be great for the wrestling, especially if they put this is other picks, but they put guys like Evan Bourne and all these cruiserweights onto SmackDown. Get back the cruiserweight title, maybe? Yeah, I'll be happy with that. And then finally, the Diva pick for SmackDown. Now, I'm thinking of all the picks they've got. They've got some good divas on Raw, but who could go there? Natalya. Because, one, SmackDown's side of the Divas division, I know they're tri-branded, but for divas who are on SmackDown, you haven't really got many. You've got Lay Cool, and Beth Phoenix. That's about it. So I'd stick Natalya on there to give the Divas division a bit of oomph. Plus, she hasn't done anything since the split from the Hart Dynasty, so just give her something different to go with. Give her something different about her personality. Saying, oh yeah, sure, you're the daughter of Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. Yeah, I would get that. But you need to be able to prove yourself in other venues, like good mic work. Make your character build on something better than just having the legacy behind you, because you need something more in these days. A legacy can get you somewhere, but it can't get you everywhere. And basically, if Beth Phoenix is going, you need someone who can actually wrestle on the SmackDown brand. Makes sense. And they are my 5 picks. But there's one thing I do also want to point out. If anyone was at the O2, or watching Raw or SmackDown, did you notice that SmackDown had the backstage segments? And Raw had none. Raw didn't have any backstage segments at all. That shocked me. Because normally, Raw is the talk show. Raw is the one where you talk and you get the stuff done. There weren't any backstage promos, which made me think, wonder why that is. But for the most part, it makes me think, okay, they're doing this because SmackDown is taped, they can afford to cut this and make mistakes, and etc. It all makes a bit more sense to me. And that's where I am, guys. I will thank you guys for tuning in once again. It makes me happy. I say, if you want to comment on what your draft picks would be, what would you do if you were the GM or chairman and you were thinking, okay, who would I have on Raw or SmackDown? Put your comments down there. It'll be much appreciated for me to hear what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? It's up to you. Next week will be my Extreme Rules predictions, followed by my Extreme Rules results. Now, I don't know whether I am going to do this on the night or not. Depends, because my exams are getting ever closer. I will tell you this, though, before I go. Over the Limit is on the 22nd of May. I have a politics exam on the 23rd of May, so you will probably have to wait till the end of that day for that. This is just giving you guys a warning in advance, just in case anything pops up. So I'll do my predictions for Extreme Rules on Saturday next week. Monday, you'll hopefully get a results and views video back from me, and I will see you guys then. So hope you guys have a fantastic bank holiday if you are wherever, and in England or wherever it is to be. Or actually, do someone have a bank holiday in the US? Should do. So wherever you are, if you've got a bank holiday, you've got nice weather around, enjoy it. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Cheerio.